Hi, good morning. I told you guys I was going to resume content, but I didn't know it was going to be this emotional topic. Oh yeah. Okay, so it's about the obvious topic that's happening, right? Obvious tragedy that occurred on 31st of January 2026. It's about Ifunnaya. And I watched series of posts and we are leaving the root cause of the problem and we are focusing on the less important things. I'm a good Christian. I'm not saying we should disregard the spiritual aspect of it. We should regard it. But devil fashion according to what he sees. Like the devil is a strategic person. He cannot attack you with what is not available within you. So if you look at what he can manipulate that is within your environment, so don't tell me it's spiritual. First of all, it's first a system problem. Yes, it's first a system problem, and let us address the system. The health system, Nigeria has failed on every aspect: education, security, system. But let's focus on health. First of all, the right of a citizen, the basic right of a citizen is protection of life and property. But I think that is opposite in Nigeria, yeah? It's opposite because we leave the basic. Imagine a government comes into power and he neglects the basic needs and is focusing on tax. I don't want to talk about that. That's not my focus. Let's talk about the healthcare. The healthcare is it has failed. It's nosediving. It's not just deteriorating, it's nosediving. And I've been talking about it, I've spoken about it, I've made posts about it. Let's talk about the health budget. According to international benchmark, according to World Health Organization, a country is supposed to allocate 50% of its budget, of its annual budget to health. But Nigeria have constantly fallen far below the budget. The highest we've ever gotten is 6%. It's usually 4 to 6%. And the 2025 was 4 point something, or is it 5%? But this 2026 was around 4.2 to 4.3. That's the budget. 2026, that's a budget, health budget for you. And inside this health budget, they're supposed to pay the doctors, pay every practitioners. They're supposed to buy the infrastructure. They're supposed to take money from there and get infrastructures, get equipment inside the 4.2 percentage that is not even enough. Remember this, the benchmark is 15. But what Health Organization went further and said a country like Nigeria is supposed to allocate 20% and not 15%. Okay, so how this thing works is Nigeria is supposed to bring their 15% and the international bodies like the US give them like 50%, and that should be enough, which Nigeria constantly falls below. But now the US have withdrawn. They are not giving us the amount they are giving us before. What they are giving us is less than what they are giving us before. That's where the problems begins. And another thing is, out of this money that is budgeted for health, out of the 4.2 to 4.3 budgeted for health, guess what? It's been looted. The primary healthcare centers does not have any equipment, which is the first contact place for any individual. They don't have equipment, they don't have the basic things. You see people, we saw the post of a woman, a pregnant woman that lost her twins because of these are pregnant and nursing mother. They pay attention to them. They're not even supposed to. Healthcare insurance is supposed to cover them. In developed countries, these are basic things that healthcare is supposed to cover. But come on, most of the money generated from health is out of pocket. Individuals paying out of their pockets. No health insurance. It's only your organization that pay your health insurance. What of those that does not have organization that pays? That's left. Let's even talk about. Let me not go far. Let's talk about emergency. Me that is not an American, I know that 911 is an emergency number for. What do we have? What does Nigeria have? Do the basic do anybody know what they can call to contact emergency in Nigeria? You see accident victims die daily on the road without help. Don't tell me I don't know what I'm saying. I know I've experienced it. I've experienced it. Go to my previous posts and you see where I talk about it. How I have lost a colleague from accident victim. I've witnessed and begged for accident victim to be taken to hospital. And a driver told me that his blood is going to stay in his car. I've in 2014 how I took my friend, we rushed my friend to the hospital because she had an asthma attack and nothing was able. They didn't do anything. They could not even attend to us in the hospital, in the primary health care center. Thank God my friend's attack was not severe. She could get herself and we went home. They did not do anything. They were shouting. They were shouting. The nurse were shouting at us in the hospital. That was in 2014. How we rushed. He get a drunk sniper to the hospital to FMC Bida in 2019, and they told us that they did not have space for emergency. They told us that they did not have space for emergency. This is an emergency. FNC opened their mouth and told us that they did not have space for emergency. This was in 2019. She drank sniper. They did not even allow us to bring her out of the car. And from the car there, we took her to General Hospital. So don't tell me I don't know what I'm saying. I know exactly what I'm saying. Nigeria have failed. Nigeria have failed people. People have lost their life to malaria, to childbirth, to pregnancy. These are basic things a country is supposed to cater for, but we keep losing our life. Don't tell me it's not your concern. Watch Chimamanda. She's rich, of course, but Nigeria happened to her. She was supposed to fly her son 2 days before time, but the son died. They could not stabilize a kid. Nigeria health system could not stabilize a kid. So don't tell me it doesn't concern you. Of course it does. It does. Pray you don't have an accident in Nigeria. Am I even going far? Look at Anthony Joshua. So when are we going to start talking about how Nigeria's system has failed us? Are we going to keep quiet? Are we going to keep keeping quiet? Are we going to neglect the fact that people that are supposed to retire, the health practitioners that are supposed to retire for fresh blood to come in after them? Are we going to ignore the fact that these practitioners are not being paid well? I saw a post where they were offering to pay 30k to a nurse, an RN nurse, a registered nurse, 30k for what exactly? For what exactly? And I'm saying, is it 150 for doctors? Are we going to ignore the facts? When are we going to talk about how this is failing? I saw Speed and Speller case. Everybody was literally writing about it. Why? How come everybody is ignorant? How come everybody is quiet about this health system? Can we use same energy and talk about it? Can we use same energy and talk about it? Is it really happened to you? Is it because Ifunnaya is popular? Do you know how many people losing their life daily? That is not even written in statistics. That media does not even know anything about it. Are we gonna keep quiet? Are we gonna keep quiet? I have to end this video.